Today, we are commemorating the 80th anniversary of Victory in Europe, or VE Day, which is a moment when guns fell silent across Europe and World War II, at least on that front, finally came to a close. 80 years might seem like a long time, but for many families, including mine, the echoes of that day still ring loud. I think about my grandmother, a young girl in Minneapolis on May 8, 1945. She and her brother stood on the roadside, waving streamers and shouting, "Victory in Europe," at the top of their lungs. Cars honked as they passed. Some even stopped to hand them coins, sharing in the joy and relief of that long-awaited day. For my grandmother, the excitement wasn't just about the war ending overseas. It was about the hope that her father, stationed in the distant Aleutian Islands, would finally come home. She celebrates her 80th birthday later this month. This scene of children on the sidewalks, strangers united in celebration, and a family counting the days until reunion is emblematic of the spirit that swept across towns and cities all over America. It is a reminder that though the war was fought abroad, it was felt deeply here at home. This spirit of shared sacrifice and communal celebration is what inspired the exhibit here at the Layland Museum, From Homefront to the Battlefield, World War II in Johnson County, Texas. This exhibit is not just about battles and timelines. It's about the women who built airplanes in New York. It's about the ration books and kitchen drawers. It's about letters from sons and daughters overseas. It's also about USO concerts and fundraisers. It's all about these celebrations and like VE Day that reminded families their waiting had not been in vain. We often mark VE Day by remembering the soldiers, and rightly so. But today, I want to also recognize the power of community, of neighbors standing together on porches, in churches, and in factories, of kids waving streamers and strangers sharing a moment of collective gratitude, of towns like this one in Johnson County, Texas, where people found ways to serve, even from thousands of miles away from the front. Let us remember that VE Day wasn't just a military victory, it's a human one. It's a day when the world breathed a little easier and families dreamed again of peace. It was a day when celebration became an act of healing. So as we gather here, let us honor not only the courage of our veterans, but the endurance of our families. Let us remember not only the generals, but the grandmothers, the mechanics, and the children with streamers, and the communities that carried one another through. And let us continue to tell their stories through exhibits, through family conversations, and through days like today.